Okay, Jim Howard here in Fort Worth, Texas. Today's date, it's September 22nd, 2023. We ordered yesterday from Pizza Hut, and we very rarely order from Pizza Hut. We don't order a lot of pizza. In the past we have. I think everybody has, sort of. And Pizza Hut they have, I think, good pizza. The problem is with their people, working there, putting the orders together, and the people delivering the orders, and it is just a total disaster. So it's been a long time since we ordered, but I thought we all needed sort of a treat yesterday. So now I use the phone. I don't use the phone much. I have hearing difficulty, and especially some people with accents and things, which makes me sound like I'm racist or something like that. But so Darlene does all the calling. I mean, not all of it. But I don't use the phone. It just doesn't work well for me. And so she places the order. She has, let's see, I should have brought in when I moved here, 12 years ago, or was it 14 years ago? And Darlene was living there, and she'd lived here for, let's see, I think about 10 years before that, in this apartment complex. So when I moved here, I gave her two phones, the deal you hook up where you have two phones, and they're rechargeable, portable, and they're wireless and what have you. And she loved them. And I was using, because I had purchased another slightly newer set, same brand, Motorola, or whoever it is, I forget. And that was working fine for me. Then when few years ago, in order to save money, when she moved over here with our grown son, and before that, my grandson, when I came up, when we moved up here, my grown grandson came, with me, and so he was here. But when his mother moved into the apartment complex later on, he moved, of course, in with her, and then my ex-wife and grown son moved over here, so we were right next door to each other, but we were both paying for cable television, both paying for internet, both paying for rent, electricity, just everything. So that helped out by us moving in together. But she insisted on using the two phones that I'd given her. She liked. I said, I've got a brand new, they're brand new. Nope, she likes. So she's been using those. She's using our grown son's old laptop, and that's been working pretty good for her. But she doesn't want to learn anything or do anything new. She just wants to do, she has a big screen television, in the dining room, which is her bedroom, next to the kitchen. There's no actual doorway or anything, but that's so. With the computer that she uses, well, one thing with the phones that when she's using the phone, she has it on speakerphone all the time, no matter who she's talking to or what it's about. It is on speakerphone. her television also goes 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I mean, did I say her telephone? Her television. Even when she's sleeping, she usually has a remote in her TV remote in her hand or whatever. So she's using our son's laptop, but it's hooked up to, I put her a big monitor, and tried giving her a really good mouse, Logitech, but her desk is such a mess. The table there is such a mess. Wires catch on. I mean, they hook on the thing. I mean, and so I gave her, a wireless mouse, a nice one, and that's what she uses. Now, also, because she doesn't want to really, she just wants to use the computer to play some simple games. And when I say simple, you're thinking, I don't know, I can't think of a complicated game, but she's playing these solitary and other little games of things that pop up, and she has to decide what thing in a room is, it'll give her a clue that it's, and then she finds it and moves it someplace or whatever. That's, it's simple games. But now when she moved over there, next door, when she moved here, she was selling things on Amazon. Not on Amazon, eBay, and selling a lot of stuff to help, out with money, money that she would bring in by doing that. But, so the monitor, the settings, I really can't help. I don't want to have anything to do with that setup there. Of course, she's not doing that anymore. She's just playing games. And that's about it. And then using her computer or television set, to watch non-stop stuff. But on her monitor there, when she's asked me to help her a few times, more than a few times, I go there and it's like, what, because she has the monitor set where, to fill the screen beyond the screen, and where is the menu? That's me. Like, where is the menu? Well, whatever. So finally, I basically washed my hands of the situation. Just let her, because it's so difficult to, and she doesn't want to take that. Even when she learned enough to do the eBay stuff, and she did great because she shipped everything right away. It was a good, everything she sold, because she was just looking to make a little bit of money. Everything, she did a great job on that. But I really, of course, I took the stuff to the, mailbox and that kind of stuff for her to ship out. And, but I can't help her with. And two, she does not want to organize the desk. I don't want to sound like things are organized here. Except I have gigantic containers over behind me filled with, and I spent last night looking for one thing, I think, or something. I can't remember what it was. And I have to empty every one of them out on the bed, and then in order to go to bed, I had to, what a disaster. Anyway, so I've got her set up, with a wireless mouse. And I don't know why, but her batteries, and of course, I've got rechargeable batteries. And her battery, goes dead after 2 or 3 days. And I said, I told her, darn, these batteries are supposed to last, it's supposed to last days, weeks, months, No, it just goes, it goes dead after 2 or 3 days. And I said, hook up, let me hook you up with a, no, she wants a wireless, because the desk, she'd be hooking it on, so. And I told her, I've told her a dozen times, that's not, so let's see if I can, it's not the one, because I didn't want it, because that one's not, okay. Now I'm not sure if it's the original version of this, but this is a new updated, version of this charger. And I gave her, of course, I put the old charger on her desk finally so she could, charge up the double, triple A batteries, because it's for her mouse. And she was having to charge them, So now, and I told her, no, it should last for, nobody would be buying wireless mouse if you had to put new batteries in it every 2 or 3 days. I said, it's something wrong. I said, I don't know what it is. Yeah, but so finally I put, not this one, because this is a brand new one, and I'm going to apparently order it in. I've got the old model, which is it's a fantastic, the old one's fantastic, and this one I'm sure will be also. And but she was happy with the charger I put there. She just loved it. Every 2 or 3 days she'd be putting in the things, and they were right there. She didn't, and I offered to charge up the batteries and put them in a, no, she loved having it right there, charging up the batteries. Okay, now all of a sudden, and I told her from the very beginning, and then the first time that it happened months ago or years ago or whatever, when a code pops up, which was rare on this thing, and I'm sure they don't do it the same way now. It's with the old one, which she's still using right now. It's H, and it's like 3 letters, but they don't make any sense. It's not like, dead or whatever. It's something that they decided back then. It was some kind of code probably that came back when they thought, that's a cute code to use for that. But I explained to her 100 times, what if you see that code, that means that the battery is, defective. So, and she hasn't been paying any attention to that. Because still, I mean, if it pops up, which was rare, when it would pop up, I'd say that means that it's dead. The battery is, the battery's dead. And this thing, charger, goes through all kinds of things that it will do if you push the correct button, refresh, discharge completely, all that. It's just fantastic. And so now her, and she's, and I, in the past, I purchased a whole bunch of, AA batteries, a whole bunch of AAA batteries, the whole bit. So I haven't figured out because all of a sudden I'm getting, like 2 of the messages on their screen. I go by and what's that? And I can't believe, but it may be that because she doesn't pay any attention to it, that's been, the problem. And I've been telling her for the last month or 2, I need to order some more batteries in for everything else that we have around here, in case we lose power, because we're using the Texas power grid. And but so I'm going to have to I definitely recommend, you know, now I don't own this device, but I'm going to, purchase it because I have the original one. I'm not sure if it's the original one or not, but one from long, and it's worked for me and worked for her for a long time. I think what it is that she hasn't been paying any attention to the code and she takes it out. When it's telling her this one is served, it's been used for years or whatever. So I think that's the problem. I don't think that one is broke because there's not much to be broke about it. But what I'm going to do is, because she is the way she is, I'm going to leave that. I need to order in some. Maybe I'll put on my wish list. Maybe you guys can order me some. If not, I will myself. I need to get some AAA batteries, rechargeable, and AA batteries, whatever they are. So I'll be ordering this in soon. I've got it on my wish list unless somebody orders it for me, which nobody has done yet, but I think somebody did order something for me off the wish list once, fairly recently. I hope he is not insulted because I can't remember. Anyway, what was I looking through? I had to go through. One of the Echo or Alexa devices. I think I have about 3 or 4 because I upgraded and gave her. I think I mentioned several times. I mentioned in the past when I was, she's not interested in anything new, to try anything new. And I like to try new stuff. Unfortunately, I have to buy it, and it's expensive. So I hooked her up a long time ago. I hooked her up with the Echo, and I didn't think that she would use it, because she's not into anything new. She's got her television, she's got her kitchen there. She's got her food. She orders the food. She orders what she wants. Of course, she also orders for me, I'm not really particular. There's a few things I tell her, and she orders those in. She orders for, of course, our grown son. Anyway, she takes care of the grocery ordering. Except the only problem is, just about every day she's asking me. She's making the list on using Echo. But then she doesn't. She puts the information on the list, but she doesn't really... it's not like she uses that, but I guess it'd be better to make out the list and have it printed out, but she's always asking me, oh, okay, we're going to order, such and such, such and such a time. Do you want this and want that? And I'm, please, please don't talk to me about it anymore. Just do it. Just do it. I don't want to hear about it. I'm 82 years old. I've only got X amount of time left, and I don't want to be spending every day talking about food orders, And she talks about the problems with the orders and how something's not available, and is it going to be available, and on about that. But I do know that she loves that recharger. So I'm going to leave that old recharger, which I'm convinced at this point still is, working. I think the problem is she hasn't been paying any attention to the rare occasion that we get a defective battery with it. Not defective, but it comes, So, anyway, so anyway, I got Echo, when they first came out. And I liked it. For what I did. And I didn't do a bunch of stuff. And then I thought, well, she should have one. And so I ordered a new one for myself. And she really wasn't interested, and in the beginning. And I thought, she's not going to use it. Oh man, when I hooked her up with Echo, she was in heaven, and she's still in heaven with it. And she's watching television when she's not sleeping, and she sleeps with her television remote control in her hand, and then wakes up, and goes, rewinds the movie that she fell asleep, and then she falls asleep again, but she wakes up and rewinds it, and 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And then I thought, okay, well, she's not going to like the Echo. She's, going to complain and tell me she doesn't want it, that for me to take it out. Man, she started doing stuff I never thought of. I thought, well, she won't, she won't be, she won't like it. Okay, when she's playing her game in the living room, and the type of game she plays, and another thing too is she doesn't want to spend money for anything. Then she loves spending money for groceries, but she doesn't want to spend money for anything else. She would rather not have, and of course I like to buy computer stuff and other stuff. I mean, that's not a good, I'm not saying a good thing about myself. That's not good, especially when you're on a limited income. But I do like getting in new computer stuff and all that kind of stuff. And she doesn't, but so, okay, the games she plays, she won't pay for, she's very frugal, she's very cheap. So the games that she plays, I think she could pay maybe $5 or something, maybe a month, or $2 a month or something. But she gets it, they're free. She can play these simple games. We're not talking about Civilization 6 or something, which is probably, if you're a game player, it's not that complicated, But she's not into anything like that, and she's not going to pay for a game. So these games, she as long as she's playing, they play. And but then and she could pay $5 maybe for a lifetime. I don't, but she won't do that. But she'll ask, like Echo. I guess probably maybe I shouldn't be saying that word, in case it's activating your device. But she'll ask it, because the things that'll be like a scene from Egypt or something, and there'll be whatever Egypt, things are in it, and then the game she'll have to find, it'll say, find something, and it has, of course, a name that I've never heard of, but she'll ask, the E device, and it'll tell her, oh, that is a candle stand with diamonds on it or something, and then she'll find, she's so happy. Two, she's very competitive. When we first got married, we played checkers, and she won every time, because it mattered. She had to win, and I was just like, And then when we came back from Mexico, we went on vacation down there for 3 or 4 days or something. We tended to stay long, but we got the hell out of there. But we bought an onyx chess set. Brought it back. Ooh, let's play chess. So that was worse, because I'm not going to learn any chess. I know how the pieces move, but I'm not going to learn a routine or whatever they call it in chess, And am I going to use the often hammer start thing? Or am I going to do that? She does, she won every game, and of course she took the time. We didn't have any timer, and it was like, Dar, Jesus Christ, please move, please move, and so we stopped playing, because it mattered to her, and it matters to her in everything. uh, but anyway, so for the Echo, uh, she asked questions, for playing her game, and she asked, um, oh, like she loves movies. Well, she loves TV, and she loves movies that I don't think anybody should be watching. I'm not talking about porn or anything, I'm talking about slasher movies and that kind of. Of course, she says, "No, I don't watch those kind of movies." Yeah, she does, believe me. And, but she'll she'll ask how much, what's the net worth of who's a movie star? I don't know, Elvis Presley, or I don't know, and it'll come back, and she loves that, and then she'll want to talk about it. Oh, I can't believe it. So and so only makes $60 million a year, or is not a year, but whatever. Well, she asks all those questions, and she asks, what is it? God, everything. If there's a murder in some city, how far is Kansas City, Missouri from Fort Worth, Texas, and just on it, I can't think of all, but she asked it. There's a whole bunch of stuff that she does ask that is interesting, that I never thought of, like net worth of people, movie stars, and what movies did they make, what movie won, and she just asks, and it's interesting, things that I never thought to ask, Echo. Whoops, sorry. So, why did I get on this deranged subject? Oh, so I was taking. Oh, I wanted to. Oh, okay, yeah. My grown son, he got interested in the, Echo device, and of course I bought. As a new one comes out, improved, I get the new one, which I didn't use really. But if she was happy with no, she has the Echo thing. Whoops, sorry again. If I were a good computer, if I'm not a computer programmer at all, I'd set it up so that automatically that word didn't get said or taken out. So I'm sorry if I'm activating your device. So my son, grown son, he got interested in it, but then he just went and he started changing everything. And I just set the thing up, online. So my lights, I could say, turn on the lights off and dim lights and all this kind of stuff. And so that she could do, whatever. And he goes and he changes for all of us because he had access to one of my tablets, and so he went into it and he was just putting all kinds of, why are you doing it? Why are you asking it? The logarithms of 146 by 3, or I just doing all this shit. And then, the E word doesn't work, and the whatever, and then, the alarms are going off instead of just the alarm for when, well, she uses it for, when she cooks food and that kind of, she uses the E machine for everything. Well, he changed everything around, and he wouldn't stop doing that. He was just messing with that 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and I just disconnected, my E device and put it away. I still ordered in a couple, new things as they came out, like the Amazon tablet, a couple of those or whatever. And but after this months and months of not having an e-device, I want to go back and hook up one for me, because I've seen that, yeah, she has come up with some ideas of things that I never would have thought of, and I can't think of them now. But I never thought she would like that device. She loves that device. So, and she uses it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. But she pulls up information that I never would have thought of, asking. Like how much is somebody's net worth and all that kind of, and other stuff. Which movie won the Academy Award such and such a year, or just. So I've decided that I was gonna, and I have several. I give a lot of stuff away. I gave away the Yeti microphone to one of the guys that lives here in the apartment complex, and plus I've been a river unto my people. I've given, like when I got hundreds of things to review, for Amazon, I gave almost all of that away. The only things I kept were a couple tactical flashlights, and I didn't sell. There's just a very few items that I did sell. I just gave stuff away to everybody in the apartment complex here. But I decided, okay, I'm going to try to use an e-device for alarms, for wake up, or stuff like that. Because every day when I wake up, which sometimes I sleep for an hour, sometimes I sleep for 3 hours, that's, when I wake up, I don't know if it's morning or night. I don't know if it's 3 a.m. or 3 p.m. I just don't know anything. And so I thought, okay, time to put the e-device, hook it back up. So, and I run across them occasionally. 1, 2, 3, there's 4 of these gigantic boxes. I went through them as best I could. No e-device. I know they're here someplace. Where did I put them? And I guess today I'll be searching. But when I go through them, I find other things. But I found okay, let me put this up first. The voice over IP, so you didn't have to use the phone company's phone. You could use using your computer. Voice over IP. Here's the. I had several of those because I upgraded. No, maybe I didn't upgrade, because this is the OBI 100. Voice over IP. Here's what the end looks like. Internet and a power supply and a networking cable. Okay, so I'm going to throw these away, by the way. Shit. Apparently the company doesn't exist. Well, anyway, I ended up... That was a disaster for... Now, maybe not for a whole bunch of you people. You'd be like, oh, this is, super easy or whatever. I've signed up to get a phone line without having to use the phone company, or having to use Spectrum, or somebody like that. I'm not sure they were around then. So anyway, I hooked this thing up, and programming it was so difficult. It was a disaster, and I ended up with two accounts, two accounts, and I didn't know which one was which, and it was like, oh my God, please, no, please. I ended up with 2 accounts, but I paid for them both. It didn't cost much, but I paid for them both because I was afraid to delete, the which one was which, and just, it was a disaster. And for years I paid them, but it was okay. It was a small amount of money, cheaper than Southwestern Bell Telephone or whoever existed then. And so finally, when a few months back, well, okay, we went to, yeah, that's right. So finally, I just gave up on those people after a long time. And we had well, they changed names, it's been bought out. I think it's Spectrum now. And when Darlene moved over here, then I added a phone line through Spectrum. And then when I was interested, and I still am sort of, Verizon, back a few months ago, I got their device, and signed up with them, and I could see the tower right across the street from me with the antennas on it for Verizon, and of course for cell phone service and stuff like that. And it didn't work out. It may be the thing that I got, of course, the testing that it did, it tested that it was okay. But every few hours, it would just drop. I had the green light or whatever, 24 hours a day, 7 to bed. It would just drop out. No internet for a minute, 3 or 4 or 5 minutes. And of course that affected Dar's television, which she doesn't like. And of course, internet. So I sent it back to him. But because let's see. Oh, I was going to use, the phone service through them, and I did. I canceled the Spectrum phone service, kind of expensive for one line, and so then I found, let's see, where is that? That's not it, because I just had it. Let's see. Okay, come on. Where in the hell? Okay, it's on my... Oh, okay, I know it's... Go to YouTube. Oh, wait, go here. Okay, so it is... Okay, go... It'll be an advertisement here someplace. That's not it. Go here. Oh, wait a minute. I can't... I'm... Okay, home. Oh, come on. Okay, okay, it'll be up Oh, I noticed something. Because I haven't, I guess, customized the banner up here. So I need to go through and put the links.
Jim Howard here in Fort Worth, Texas.
Okay.
And today's date?
Okay. So huh. TubeBuddy. 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 Wait a minute. Okay, that's something I'm going to need to work on. Okay, let's see. No, I need to go in here and good grief. If I can't find anything, how in the world do I expect you guys to find anything? Okay, we'll go into settings. Okay, go into settings again. Good grief. Okay, your channel. Well, let's see if what shows up under around this. Okay, that's okay, settings, okay. Playback, privacy, recommendations. Okay, good grief. Wait a minute, is my browser causing that? Let's see. It may be something that I said in the browser. Okay, let's go to It hasn't been like this, messed up like this for very long, because I wouldn't be able to do anything with my okay, here's the charger, here's the thing. So what is this stuff here? I think it's TubeBuddy that is causing. Can I just disable TubeBuddy? I mean, you know, I recommend it if you're a YouTuber. But what is this crap here? YouTube channel. YouTube channel. Well, what was I gonna? Can't remember now what I was going to show you. Oh, I know. Yeah. Which is nothing that I need to show you, but wanted to show you the new company that I'm using for voice over IP. They are great. They have a great app. Costs almost no money. The device was free. You know, I ordered the device; it was free. Where this previous company, you know, I had to pay for their. I've got several of them in my boxes back there. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm going to end this here. How long have I been talking? Oh, 45 minutes. God help us all. And I'm going to go in and turn off what you call it here. Or I wonder if I can just tone it down. Tools. Okay, here we go. Search ranking. Da 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 da. Nope. Let's see. Advanced echo enable or video enable. Embedded video size. Play from. Let's see. Embedded video size 560 by why would it be right, let's say advanced video enable. Is this so that their material can go along the side of my video? What if I just do this 1280? Let's see. No, I think that's advanced video embed. Okay, well let's see. Autoplay, loop video, disable play control, disable full moderation. Let's see. Oh, this code would go someplace. Embed code. What's that say? Oh, I need to stop. Okay. I need to go in. I'm thinking about temporarily disabling that, because I think it's taking too much control of my screen and everything. See, wait a minute, edit video. If that has anything to do with it. Let's see up here. License Pro. Let's see, dashboard. So is this a dashboard for? Yeah, I think it is. TubeBuddy. Okay, this is not. That's my dashboard. Let's go back. Yeah, I just need to go in and figure what in the heck is going. Did I click on a wrong button or something? Anyway, thank you very much for watching.